stress and how we deal with it. For the most part right now, I've only dealt with work-related stress and school, like work and schoolwork related stress. Though recently I have gradually been introduced to the stress of adult life with bills to pay and making sure you have enough money in your bank account to pay all the bills that you have, which is definitely an interesting place to be. Like Niall and Luke, I have a pretty high stress tolerance. A lot of the small things won't stress me. If I'm afraid I won't make my bill by like $5, or there's this really small assignment that's coming up that I haven't started on or anything, that's not going to stress me at all. What ends up stressing me is like having 3 big projects due around the same time and I don't start them early enough. Or it's more like things compiling on each other that stress me out. Like having massive problems hit me at once rather than kind of just 1 or 2 hitting me every once in a while out of nowhere. Like, I can deal with 1 or 2 problems perfectly fine, but you, like, stack 5 problems on top of me, and I'm stressed out. I think the only counter to that is, like, tests in school used to really stress me out. Like, it didn't matter if I knew the material or not. During that test, I was slightly stressed. There are kind of 2 ways I dealt with handling stress, because most of the time, part of my stress was like Alex. It was that I procrastinated, and now I had to do this, all this stuff really soon, or really quickly, or whatever the case may be. But kind of like Niall, I just get it done. I compartmentalize. If I get to something that's like stressing me, and I really don't try to do the thing where I calculate if I can't get it done, oh well. I try to be like, okay, you know what, I will put all my best effort into whatever it is that's due tomorrow, and I'm getting it done tonight, and it'll be done, and even if it's not necessarily my best because I didn't get to look over it for grammar mistakes or something like that, I'd rather take whatever grade I get for what I did this once in this, you know, to get it done than I would if I didn't do the assignment at all. In the situations where I have a lot of things that are stressing me out, or it's even just like one really big project type thing that's stressing me out, I compartmentalize it. One of the things, like especially for big papers, when it comes to stuff like that, I'd be like, okay, it's freaking me out, I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna write this paper, or I have the idea for the paper but I'm not sure how quickly I can write it or what I can do. I'll do small parts of it to get it done. I'll be like, okay, you know what, I can't do the thing that helps me relax and chill out a little bit until I finish this part. Like, I'll make sure I have the header properly set. I'll have my the little heading type thing that you learn, like your name and the teacher's name and whatnot, done, and I'll have my works cited page done, and then I can go watch TV for half an hour. Or, well, I don't tend to do that. I'll tend to be like, I can watch 2, like, YouTube videos, and I'll be fine. And then I'll do, then if I get 3 or 4 paragraphs done, and the title, then I'll probably take a break for, like, half an hour or something like that. And then I'll keep doing until just the momentum of doing all these small things gets me into finishing it, so that way I don't have to worry about it. And I just break it down into smaller tasks, because when I break the bigger project that's scaring me down, that's scaring me or freaking me out, thinking I can't do it or I can't get it done, or it's just like it needs to be done and oh my god, how am I going to do this? If I break it down into smaller bits, it helps me get it done and not freak out about it, because then it's just like, okay, let me get this one small thing done, and then it's like, oh wait, but I only have to do this one other thing. Okay, that's really quick and that's simple, let me get that done. And it's how I deal with it. In the moments when I'm doing it, I tend to fidget a lot, and like Alex, it doesn't happen very often, but I kind of can get a little snippy if I'm working and it's especially near a deadline when something needs to be done, and I'm doing it and I'm like in the zone, or I'm trying to figure it out and I'm working it out, and someone's trying to talk to me about something a little bit too much, or like they're asking me to do something, and I'm just like, I'll snap without meaning to. And I always apologize. I'll be a little snappy and I fidget a lot. I'll especially like run my hands through my hair. In general, most of the stress goes away after I get, after I turn it in, and then like after, it'll go away for a little bit, and then I'll be kind of stressing out a little bit about what my grade might be until I get that revealed. But like overall, just like stress in general, I think you can't really deal with it by like breaking down the problem. The way I see it is you are trying to work on the stress that you've just kind of been carrying with you. And the best ways I kind of deal with stuff like that is exercise and video games, and if I can convince someone, most likely my boyfriend, a back massage, or like even just like a back scratch, and it'll help me just calm down in a moment and breathe, and it'll help release a lot of that tension from being stressed. Though the one thing that I've done that's like one of those kind of common things that everyone tells you to do, or like everyone like, it's one of those commonly accepted ways of dealing with it, or like to help keep you in like a calm state where you're not stressing, is lavender. I have, during a trip once, my mom got me a little lavender ball, and lavender's supposed to be soothing and it's supposed to help you relieve stress. And when I was younger, if I got stressed, I used to toss this ball around, I'd start to smell the lavender, and that was really relaxing, and I really actually like the smell of lavender now because of that, as well as the fact that the plant is purple, so that's just kind of like an added bonus because purple's my favorite color. I think the only thing I do different than most people is I compartmentalize it, and I also don't tend to like freak out. I'll just be like, I can't believe I have to do this by this time, oh my god, I'm not sure if I can do it. Okay, maybe I can do it this way. Okay, I can totally do it. Okay, 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 it's not so bad now. And like I'll just, you know, figure it out that way. So I'm pretty sure that's all I have to say about stress, so bye.